Good song, dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge live at the Garden State Film Festival. We're at the Berkeley Hotel, located in beautiful Asbury Park, New Jersey. My name is Ming Chen. Oh, you thought we were done, right? We're not done,
finished
man.
for the night.
We're not. We're at the bar. Like, hey, can we live stream? Of course
we
we
have
can.
returned.
Yes, my name is Ming Chen,
CJ Cullen.
Eric Ascalon.
and we have an exciting project to talk about. So you may have heard about the Theater of Terror Anthology. No, well, now we return.
We
We return to the Theater of Terror Anthology. Please introduce yourself, gentlemen. We'll start with you.
All right, hi, I'm Todd Staruch, the horror nerd, co-producer and co-writer.
My name is Tom Ryan, the founder and director and writer of Theater of Terror.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for being with us. My name's Jim Thalman. I played Scott Wills in Splinter.
Amazing. So we're returning. Please tell us all about this.
Why again?
Why are we returning? How are we returning? And yes.
Well, I'll let Tom here, our chairman of the board, fill everybody in. But
Okay.
we did an anthology together called The Theater of Terror,
Okay.
which is a throwback to like the Twilight Zone, The Outer
Yeah.
Limits, Creep Show,
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales
Yep.
from the
Yep.
Crypt.
Yeah.
Then Tom approached me and said, "I'm thinking of doing another one. Do you want to be a part of it?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hell yes!"
Yes.
And Tommy, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, we felt that we got such a great response from the first anthology. We had more stories to tell. We came up with a great block of stories, one of which Todd wrote called Splinter, that our buddy Jim Thalman here is the lead in, along with Robot, Haunted, and Soothsayer, a great mixture of different kind of subgenres of that, thriller, sci-fi, horror type of films. And we just got such a great response from the first one, and we had more stories to tell, so we pursued this one, and we released it and had a great response for this one as well.
Amazing. So
Awesome.
how many stories in the first one? How many stories in this one?
4 in each.
4 in each.
4 in each.
Okay. What's the runtime? Did you set parameters for the runtime on each?
Well, I know one of them's
story,
fairly long.
That's a great story. So
Okay.
yeah, the plan was 20-minute shorts.
Okay.
And
Total of 80 minutes. That
yeah,
sounds reasonable.
so-
With some interstitials in between. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Todd, I asked Todd to submit his story Splinter for consideration for the anthology, and then I rewrote a screenplay, and we sent it back and forth, and we said, yeah, this works, and I thought it was going to fit within that 20-minute parameter.
Okay.
And, I think after our first shooting day, we were probably about 25 minutes worth of footage, and I said, okay, so it's not going to fit. But I didn't believe that we kind of, threw anything into that story that didn't belong there, and
Right.
it just kind of worked within itself.
Right.
And so
So,
we just
like,
kinda stuck
nothing
with
you
the
could cut
runtime.
out, so-
Yeah.
So 25 minutes for that one.
No,
No,
that was
it
actually
was
50.
longer.
Like 55.
The first day was 25.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was almost the feature.
Yeah, and that's actually how we played on the festival circuit.
Yeah,
We
as
screened
a
with
feature. As a
features
feature,
as
right.
a feature.
As an anthology, do the pieces relate to each other in any way?
Yeah, is there a current theme throughout all of them?
Yeah, so what we like to do is we like to have a lot of fun with Easter eggs and
Yep. Oh, yeah.
my approach to the Theater of Terror universe is that they all kind of exist in the same reality.
Okay.
And so throughout all of the films I've ever done, you'll kind of see this recurring theme. When there's an opportunity, I never force it, but when there's an opportunity, we kind of reference other films
Sure.
that I've worked on or done, or characters that kind of tie in.
I mean, that's half the fun, isn't it?
It's a ton of fun for
Yeah.
me, and I love to think that it all exists in the same universe. And so, yeah, within this anthology, there are nods and hints to either other films in the same anthology or films from our previous anthologies, or even films that exist outside of the anthologies,
Right.
like our feature film Faces and Day 9 and such.
That's
Well, the
amazing.
wraparound film puts it all together.
Yeah, the wraparound film holds it all together, and with both anthologies, we've kind of had this existing world of the Theater of Terror, where we have the projectionist by the name of Colin, who kind of is the representative of this old abandoned movie theater, And the whole theme of it is it's kind of what movie theaters represented to us as kids.
Yes.
And just kind of represented in the entire the history of filmmaking. What movie theaters represent. It's a communal gathering of people coming to see and share in these works of art, and how important that kind of was culturally to us at one point.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't do any deep dives into this, but it's just kind of representative of that, of what movie theaters used to represent, and how society now is kind of shifting to streaming and watching films on their phones and stuff
at
that's
home
quick
or on
and-
an iPad. Like,
yeah,
no, man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And so,
no, man. Yeah. That's crazy.
What's the difference between watching a horror film in a theater with other people and streaming at home? What is missing?
There's
So much fun.
there's so much difference to that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching a really great horror film in an audience, just the whole vibe of the film bounces off of people. You feel the guy next to you jumping. You hear the breaths being taken. You get all those cues that happen that are supposed to happen when it's built in that atmosphere. When you're at home, unfortunately, we're distracted by, oh, my dog is doing something he shouldn't be doing,
Right.
or my kids are calling me, or oh my gosh, my phone is ringing, or you know what, I got to run to the bathroom. And there's so many things that can distract from home. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I love watching the sports at home, right?
Yeah.
You get the best seat in the house.
Sure.
But there's just certain things, and like when it comes to film and when it comes to horror and getting, what our theme is at the Theater of Terror is getting lost in a story. You just completely forget about your surroundings and you feel like you are there. You're part of this and you're experiencing it. And in a movie theater, that's something that, we love that experience.
Right.
It's a collective
Yeah, it's a
experience.
shared
It's a collective
experience.
shared
Yeah.
experience, yeah. And you being at home is convenient, but you will not experience it.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Not
No
at
matter
all.
what you do.
Not at all.
Even if you have your own theater at home, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just not.
So where can we see this?
Yes. Where and when can we
Return
see
to the
this?
Theater of Terror is streaming on Amazon Prime, on Vudu, on Tubi,
Yeah.
on HBO Max. Just kidding.
All right, it's not HBO
I was like,
Max.
wait, what? I didn't even know that.
Oh, someone gonna tell me about this. That's amazing.
It's also available on DVD and Blu-ray through www.theaterofterror.net, and theater is spelled Theatre.
Yes, like
We are
it should
very
be.
fancy.
Like
Yeah,
it should be.
fancy theater.
That's the classic way of spelling it. The English
Yeah.
way of spelling it. That's how it should be. Yeah, that's fantastic. How long did it take you guys to put this one together?
We started this during COVID, so we actually started filming 2 weeks before the lockdown, and that was on Soothsayer, and that was in 2020, in
Okay.
March of 2020, and I believe we finally wrapped in late 2022. In late 2022,
Okay.
we wrapped on the last story. And then, editing and such, we released in 2023.
Okay, so it was about 3 years then.
Yeah.
2-3 years.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
fantastic. And so, will there be a return to the return?
Yeah.
To the
If
theater.
we
of
do a
Terror?
third one,
Give it like
it'll probably
season of the
called
Witches?
Escape from the Theater of
Yeah,
Terror.
or the
Oh,
theater.
wait, I like
Spoiler
it.
alert. I like it.
Yeah.
I've thought about that. There might be, but in all honesty, between Jimmy and Todd and I, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon we've been thinking of. More straight feature film.
Okay.
Obviously, Theater of Terror has been an anthology,
Right.
a bunch of short stories. But there's some feature films and such that we've got in the works, and so I don't know exactly what the
Okay.
future holds, but
Right.
there will probably be a third one to wrap that up. It just won't be the next film.
It's a trilogy. So the trilogy anthology.
Yeah,
And
trilogy
it's
anthology.
I like that.
Anthologies are fun,
Yeah.
but it's time, I think, to
Anthology.
do like a real feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's time
Do you have a favorite story out of both? Out of the
All of them?
8? Out of the 8.
You'd better say Splinter.
that, it's,
We're gang up on you, Tommy.
I love that question because I always ask everyone that
Sure.
watches, "What's
Yeah.
your favorite story?"
Right.
Yeah.
Valid
My
question.
favorite story is always the story I'm making at the time.
Okay.
It really is, and but they all hold a very special place because I wrote a lot of these stories, and the ones I didn't write are still really special and important in just this whole kind of a process of working with all these different actors and different writers
Right.
and different effects. It's just been fantastic. I really couldn't tell you which one is my favorite.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just not a favorites kind of guy, but
Yeah.
like I said, every time I'm working on one, It is the most important thing in the world to me.
Right. Can you
That's
tell
a
us
very
about
diplomatic
Can you tell us
answer.
about Splinter? You're very proud of Splinter.
Yeah.
We need to hear about this.
Let's talk about Splinter.
Yeah,
Jimmy?
I am. It's that film, which we shot in the heart of the pandemic against all odds, circled the globe for us. So, it took us to a lot of really amazing film festivals. We
Including
screened
this
here
one?
at
Yeah,
Garden
last
State
year,
and had
actually.
a full house and a rocking audience.
Right.
And we got to show this movie to audiences that, are non-U.S. audiences. And we got what Tom really did that I thought is what made the film so spectacular, and I'm sorry if that comes across as conceited, but it is a spectacular film, is he told the tale of the Lenape Indian losing land here in the Delaware Valley.
Yes.
And it is a ghost story, a spiritual story that takes it from a very different magical realism point of view, and the breathing between today and yesterday, and what the land is now and what it was, and then the legend of all that happened during the riots and the protests, and
Right.
this small film mushroomed into something way bigger than it was.
Okay.
Right. And we just had an absolute blast doing it. Everyone was all in 110%. And
Yeah.
this is when you really put a bunch of artists in every department together to make something that they really care about. It's just that the sky becomes the limit.
That's magic, man.
It is magic.
Magic. Fantastic.
And just to add to that really quickly, I think what really made it a very exceptional experience was the fact that due to COVID, we were all clawing our eyeballs out to get
Sure.
back to work.
Yes.
And to see our friends
By-
and to do shit.
By any means possible.
By any
Yep.
means necessary. And I called Jimmy, and we discussed moving forward with this production.
Right.
And as soon as he was on board, and we just started talking to people, and it was like just a snowball effect. Everybody was like, yes,
Right.
yes, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so it just made it for a very memorable, obviously during the timeline when we
Right.
were shooting it, but just something that was just needed, I think, for a lot of
Where
us at
was
the time.
Splinter shot?
We shot the whole thing in New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right,
I
good
mean,
men. All right.
Yeah, I
good
mean
job.
we're all Jersey guys, right?
Yeah.
So we
Right.
shoot always in
All
New Jersey
Jersey,
when we
yeah.
can. And we came across so one of the actresses, who plays the daughter of Jim's daughter in the movie. Her family graciously offered for us to shoot the bulk of the movie
Yeah.
in their home.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Yeah.
spent a whole weekend, and they were the Sade
Westfield.
family in Westfield was fantastic.
Right.
Just great hospitality. So yep, all
Jersey
the
film, man. Jersey film.
100%.
Yeah, Jersey.
Love
Is
it.
it
for
shot in
sure.
Jersey City? Shot in the Park Tavern in Jersey
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great bar. I spent
Yeah,
a lot
for
of days
sure.
in Westfield and in Bloomfield. We
Yeah.
shot. Everybody was very accommodating to us, and yeah, it was great.
Fantastic. It's awesome. So where can we get this again? It's it's streaming Amazon
Yeah,
Prime.
man,
Tubi.
check out www.theaterofterror.net.
Theaterofterror.net.
Check out Voodoo. Check out Tubi TV. Check out Amazon Prime. Check out
Yes.
HBO Max. Check out
Those who
Check us out.
I keep slipping
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
HBO.
those who
you
missed the
watching?
first one,
Return
can
to the
we watch
Theater
the
Terror.
first one in the same
first one,
place?
Theater of Terror, is available as well on those platforms and many others.
Yeah,
It's been
for
out since
sure.
2019, so you can see them both. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well done, my friends.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
done.
for
Yeah,
Thanks for
we-
joining us here.
Love seeing
on
you
our
guys
impromptu
here.
interview.
I know, and late night after dark, my friends. I love it. I love it. The Garden
Yeah.
State Film Festival.
Late night on the couch.
Guys, come to Garden State Film Festival.
Yeah, for sure.
Check
it's
it
a
out.
great fest.
All right, thanks a lot.
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you guys. I'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys.
Thank
We'll see you
you.
guys soon.